A very good afternoon to all of you. In last lecture, we have seen types of matrices. Let us revise all types of matrices by the practical question. See, the meaning of row matrix is what? A matrix having only one row but n number of columns is called row matrix. In this example, you can see that here we have only one row, but more than three columns. So when a matrix having only one row and any number of column is called row matrix. Like that, what is meaning of column matrix? So a matrix having only one column but any number of row is called column matrix. So as name suggested that a matrix should have only one column. Doesn't matter how many rows are there. Column matrix is also known as vector matrix. Sometimes you are asked in exam that explain vector matrix. So mind well, column matrix is also known as vector matrix. Then zero matrix, a matrix having no element, or if all the elements are zero, then it is called null matrix or zero matrix. After that, what is meaning of diagonal matrix? So this is called diagonal line. So if on this diagonal line we have some elements and other than diagonal lines elements are zero, then we can say it is diagonal matrix. In short, in this particular line, the elements should be there, and above or below the diagonal line, the elements should be zero. Then scalar matrix. What is meaning of scalar matrix? If a diagonal elements are same other than one, then it is called scalar matrix. But if diagonal elements are same and if they are one only, and if other than diagonal elements are zero, then it is called unit matrix. After that, we have seen upper triangular matrix and lower triangular matrix. If all the elements of below the diagonal line are zero, for example here they are zero, then you can prepare one triangle on upper side, and hence it is called upper triangular matrix. What is meaning of lower triangular matrix? If all the elements of above diagonal lines are zero, then we can prepare triangle on lower side of the diagonal line. Then it is called lower triangular matrix. So we have seen this meaning and definition in the last lecture. Moving ahead, again we have seen symmetric matrix. So how can we prepare symmetric matrix? I will show you. For example, if I want to prepare the symmetric matrix of order 2 by 2, then how can I prepare? So first of all, write down two elements in first row. For example, 1, 2. Then mind well one rule, the elements in the first row and the elements in the first column should be same. So here in first row we have written 1, 2. So in first column we have to write the same elements. And what about third, fourth element? You can write any. Now we can check the condition. What is the condition of symmetric matrix? For a given squared matrix A, if A equal to A transpose, then it is called symmetric matrix. For example, suppose it is our matrix A. Now we'll find A transpose. What is meaning of A transpose? Interchanging of row and column. Now if you write this first row into first column, and second row into second column, then you will get the same matrix as matrix A, and hence it is called symmetric matrix. Then we have seen identity matrix, it is same as unit matrix. Then we have seen diagonal matrix, a matrix in which all diagonal elements are other than 0 and remaining elements are 0, then it is called diagonal matrix. So this is our diagonal line. So if the elements on diagonal lines are other than 0 and above diagonal line and below diagonal lines the elements are 0, then it is called diagonal matrix. Then we have seen upper triangular matrix earlier. So these are the examples of types of matrices. So we have seen this in last lecture. Now today we'll discuss more about this. Okay, so now again, what is meaning of square matrix? A matrix in which total number of rows and total number of columns are same, then it is called square matrix. For example, 2 row 2 column, 3 row 3 column, 4 row 4 column, 5 row 5 column, etc. Then zero matrix, a matrix having zero element is called zero matrix. We have seen row, column matrix and identity matrix. Okay, so we have seen this part in the last lecture. Now today we will discuss something more about matrix, that is addition of matrices and its related laws. Now, first of all, what is meaning of addition of matrices? So, suppose you have more than 2 matrices, and if you want to add 2 or more than 2 matrices, then we have to follow certain rules. So, let us see the rules. So, rule number 1, if the order of 2 or more matrices is same, then only we can add 2 or more than 2 matrices. Let us explain this giving a proper example. For example, suppose matrix A having the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can write here, that is matrix okay. So here we can write matrix A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and matrix B is equal to 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, suppose you want to add these two matrices, A, matrix B. Then, before adding these two matrices, we should check the rule. What is the rule? The order of both the matrices should be same. So here, order of matrix A is 2 by 2 because matrix A having 2 rows and 2 columns. And again, the order of matrix B is also 2 by 2. So now we can see that here order of both the matrices are same. Now we can add these two matrices. Okay. Second point, for that, add all the corresponding elements from the two or more than two matrices. So let us see. For example, suppose I want to add this A and B. So first of all, write down matrix A, 1, 2, 3, and 4 plus matrix B is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6. So now you can add these two matrices. First of all, we'll add the element of first row, first column from both the matrices. So 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. Then second row, first row, second column, 2 plus 4, that is equals to 6. Then 3 plus 5, that is equals to 8. And 4 plus 6, that is equals to 9. So this is the answer of A plus B. I hope now it is clear. So we can add two or more than two matrices if they are having equal order. Then after adding two or more matrices, we can get a new matrix of the same order as they are having the same order. Earlier we have seen that we had two matrices of order 2 by 2. Then again we got new matrix of order 2 by 2. So now I hope it is clear. Next, let's see properties of addition of two matrices or laws of addition of two matrices. So let us assume that we have three matrices A, B, and C of order m by n, where m is total number of rows and n is total number of columns. So mind well, here the order of all these three matrices is considered as same. For example, if you say M is 2, N is 3, so we can say order of all these three matrices is 2 by 3. Then we'll check now this proof. A plus B equal to B plus A, commutative law. So how it works? So A, let us A is equal to, for example, 1, 3, 5, 6, and B is equal to 3, 7, 4, and 2. Now, how can we add these two matrices? So, A plus B is equal to element of matrix A, that is 1 plus matrix B, 3. So 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. Then second elements of matrix A, 3, and second elements of matrix B is 7. So 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. Then we'll add element of second row first column and element of second row first column from the both matrices. That is 5 plus 4, that is 9, and 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. So here you can see that the answer of A plus B is 4, 10, 9, 8. Let us assume it as equation 1. Now, we'll find again B plus A. So first we'll write now B. 3, 7, 4, 2 plus A. That is 1, 3, 5, 6. Now we'll find the answer. So again add element of first row first column from both the matrices. 3 plus 1, 4, 7 plus 3, 10, 4 plus 5, 9, and 2 plus 6, that is 8. Let us assume it as equation number 2. So now from equation 1 and 2, you can see that answer of both the matrices is same. So it is called A plus B is equal to B plus A. It is proved. Okay. So now we can prove like this. Okay. So I hope all of you have cleared this. Okay. You can write your own two matrices and can check this rule. Okay. Now moving on, next rule, that is A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. That is associative law. Now, what is meaning of this? It indicates that if we find first a plus b and later on if we add c, and in second case if we find first a plus c and later on we'll add it into a, then it should be same. That means they will give you same answer according to associative law. Let us check whether law is true or not. So again, for example, matrix A is equal to 1, 3, 7, 4. Matrix B is equal to 3, 2, 1, 1. And matrix C is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, according to the associative law, first we'll find A plus B. A plus B. So, you can see that we can add first element from A and B. 1 plus 3, that is equals to 4. 3 plus 2, that is equals to 5. 7 plus 1, 8. And 4 plus 1, that is equals to 5. Then again we'll find B plus C. So matrix B is 3, 2, 1, 1 plus matrix C is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So answer is 3 plus 0, 3, 2 plus 1, 3, 1 plus 2, 3 and 1 plus 3, 4. Now we'll check the proof. First we'll find A plus B plus C. So here we have to add A plus B with C. You can see here, this is the answer of A plus B, and we'll add the elements of A plus B into the elements of matrix C. So we can add 4 plus 0, 4. 5 plus 1, 6. 8 plus 2, 10. 5 plus 3, 8. So let us assume it as equation number 1. Now, again we'll find A plus B plus C. So here we'll add B plus C into A. So A is here and B plus 3 is here. We can add these two matrices. So 1 plus 3, 4. 3 plus 3, 6. 7 plus 3, 10. 4 plus 4, 8. Equation number 2. Now you can see that from equation number 1 and 2, A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Okay, so hence this associative law is proved. Then after, we'll see another law, that is, if there exists a zero matrix of order m by n such that a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a is equal to a. That means if you add a in null matrix or null matrix into A, then again you'll get matrix A. Let us check this rule. Okay, for example, A is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7, and B is equal to 0, 0, 0, 0. So now if you add A plus 0 matrix, here B is 0 matrix, or 0 matrix plus A, then again you'll get the same result, that is matrix A. Okay, because 1 plus 0 is 1, 3 plus 0 is 1, 5 plus 0 is 1, and 7 plus 0 is 1. Again, 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 3 is 3, 0 plus 5 is 5, 0 plus 7 is 7. So again, when you add 0 matrix into any matrix, then you will get that particular given matrix. Rule number 4, there exists an additive inverse B for any m by n matrix such that B plus A equal to A plus B equal to 0. Now again, this is very important and interesting concept. So let me explain this in detail. For example, we have matrix A as 1, 2, 3, and 4. And another matrix B, that B is a inverse of A. That means it has same element, but the sign is opposite. Now, if you add A plus B, then we'll get answer. First element is 1 in matrix A, and in matrix B, plus first element is minus 1. So you can see that plus minus minus, and you'll get 0 answer. Then second element is what? 2 plus minus 2. Then third element, 3 plus minus 3. And fourth element, 4 plus minus 4. So if you add these both the matrices, then you will get answer 0, 0, 0, 0 equal to 0. If you find B plus A, again you will get 0 matrix. So I hope now it is clear to all. Okay. So this is what addition law. After addition law, there is another law, that is subtraction law. Now, how can we use subtraction law? So law of subtraction is used if you want to subtract one matrix from the another matrix. Again, the rules of this law is same as addition of matrices. If you want to add two or more than two matrices simultaneously, then all the two or more than two matrices should have equal order. That means order of both or more than two matrices should be same. Second, for that, add all the corresponding elements from the two or more than two matrices, or you can say subtract all the corresponding elements from two or more than two subtrices. After subtracting two or more than two matrices, here we can change this. In place of add, we can say subtract. And delete it. So for that, subtract all the corresponding elements from the two or more than two matrices. After subtracting two or more than two matrices, we can get new matrix. And the new matrix is, again, it should be the same order, and you will get the order of the new matrix is same as matrix A and matrix B. Okay, so now let us see this with the practical question. Let me first clear the screen. Okay, so how can we subtract two matrices? So here we can see that. For example, let matrix A is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7, and matrix B is equal to -2, 3, 5, and 6. And matrix C is equal to 5, 8, -1, and 7. And they are in brackets. Okay. So now, suppose you want to find A minus B. Then how can we find A minus B? So to subtract A from B, then we can write the answer as the element of first row, first column from matrix A minus the elements of first row, first column of matrix B. So we can write as A minus B is equal to, first is what? 1 minus 1 minus minus 2. Then second element 3 minus 3. Third element 5 minus 5. So we can say 5 minus 5, and the last element 7 minus 6. So we'll get the answer as, now you can see that here we have two minus signs. So minus minus will be plus. So it will be 1 plus 3. So we'll write here 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 minus 3 is 0. 5 minus 5 is 0. And 7 minus 6 is 1. So using this technique, you can you can subtract two matrices or more than two matrices. Let us take another example. For example, we have three matrices A, B, and C. And if you want to find A plus B minus C, so how can you find A plus B minus C simultaneously? So for that, equal to A, first row, element of first row, first column of matrix A, matrix B, and matrix C will write. Okay, so 1, and the sign is A plus, then matrix B, that is minus 2 plus element of matrix C, 5. So we'll write these three elements in a group. This is the addition and subtraction of matrix A, B, and C for first row, first column. Now we'll do the same process for first row, second column from three matrices. So now first row, second column, the element is 3, 3, and 8. So we can write 3 plus 3, and we have to subtract C, minus 8. Like that, we'll do the same process for second row, first column, that is 5 plus 5 plus minus minus 1. So you can write here 5 plus 5 minus minus 1. And for the element of order, second row, second column, 7 plus 6 minus 7. So we'll write 7 plus 6 minus 7, and we'll get the answer as, here you can see that 1 minus plus minus minus, that is 1 minus 2, that is minus 1, and minus 1 plus 5, that is 4. The answer is 4. Then for this, 3 plus 3 minus 8. So 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 minus 8 is minus 2. Then 5 plus 5 is 10 and minus minus plus, so plus 1, that is 11. And for last element, 7 plus 6 is 13 and 13 minus 7 is again 6. So this is the answer. I hope now it is clear. Okay, and you have to complete these brackets. You can use square bracket, curly bracket, whatever you want. Okay, so here this is the matrix. Okay, so today we show the rules, or we can say properties of addition and subtraction of two or more than two matrices. I hope now it is clear to all. So this is what I want to say to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.